Hello, very good afternoon, dear children. We are going to continue with the chapter Key Elements of a Democratic Government. We have discussed a lot of issues. We were discussing about how to resolve the conflicts, where I explained a religious procession can actually lead to conflicts, and that is when we have to step in and show true nature and resolve the conflict. In today's class, we are going to look into the river issue where the conflict has come up. In the river issue, we are going to discuss about Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, and the river is obviously the Kaveri River. Now, when did this river issue happen? Now, Karnataka has built a dam called Krishnaraja Sagar Dam, KRS Dam, in the district of Mandya, right? Near Mandya, Srirangapatna, near Srirangapatna. If you have been to the KRS Dam, you will know it's a beautiful place. And Tamil Nadu, they have built a dam called Mettur Dam. Both of the states need water, and KRS Dam and the Mettur Dam are built on the same river called Kaveri River. Right? Kaveri River originates from Madikeri in Coorg district, Kodagu district, in Brahmagiri Hills. Now it originates and it flows into Tamil Nadu and it reaches to Bay of Bengal. It goes and flows into Bay of Bengal. It is flowing from west to east. It's a east flowing river. It does not go to Arabian Sea. It goes to Bay of Bengal. Now, in the meantime, there is an upstream and a downstream. The upstream is in Karnataka, where they have built a dam called Krishnaraja Sagar Dam, KRS Dam, and the downstream is in the Tamil Nadu called Mettur Dam. What is the issue of water sharing is whenever there is a heavy rainfall in Karnataka, the water is stored in KRS Dam. KRS Dam is probably the largest one in Karnataka, one of the largest one in Karnataka. And the water is given to Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has to supply the water for the areas, agricultural areas near that delta, because they are dependent on Kaveri water. On the other hand, the KRS Dam has to give water for the agriculture and give drinking water to Bangalore. The Bangalore drinking water is supplied from KRS Dam. So it becomes a problem when there is no rain, when Karnataka does not allow or doesn't leave the water to Mettur Dam, then the problem creates a conflict between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Now, what happens? This is just not the issue about Kaveri. It's just not the river issue. It has become much more than that in recent years. We have seen in the recent years, people are fighting. No Tamilian, no Kannadiga are very good friends. If you fight in Bengaluru, there will be a fight in Chennai, where people don't like Kannada or Kannadigas or Kannada movies to be released in Chennai, in Tamil Nadu, whereas in Karnataka, they don't want buses going to Chennai. They don't want Tamil films to be released in Karnataka. So this has created problems for all the people. It's just a river issue, but it created problems for all of them. And there are political parties who actually take up this issue and have made it as their own agenda. Political parties think about solving this issue. They have made it as agenda. They ask for the vote with the people of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. They play with the emotions of the Kaveri water issue, and they actually do not solve it. Now we have Kaveri Water Tribunal, by which the Supreme Court has set up a separate bench, Kaveri Water Tribunal, by which Karnataka has to give certain amount of TMC of water to Mettur Dam, and this applies when there is heavy rainfall. Sometimes what happens, like this year, the KRS Dam is full, And Tamil Nadu, it has still not rained. Tamil Nadu, it will rain in winter. They will get the retreating monsoon. Normally in Tamil Nadu, the rain is happening in the months of November, December to January. Whereas in Karnataka, the rain will happen in the month of monsoon, like May, June, July, September. You saw it's not because of the monsoon, it's because of the low pressure that we experienced rain even today. Yes, it is raining now. It is raining now. Yeah, we experienced rain. So this creates problems as a rain or water. Rivers can become a source of conflict. River may be in one state flowing through different states, and maybe in a third state, Kaveri, sometimes Kerala also comes in it. The sharing of river water between different states that the river goes through is an issue. Now we have this river issue not only with Kaveri, we have a river issue with Mahadai, with Goa and Maharashtra, and there is Odisha and Chhattisgarh having issues for Mahanadi. So that this issue is pretty much there in some of the states where the river is being shared. River originates in Karnataka, goes to Tamil Nadu, and from it to Bay of Bengal. Tamil Nadu can only be filled up if the water is released from the upstream one located in Karnataka. That's true, Ajay. That is how it is. But it is becoming an issue of conflict. I told you, no, strikes are called, strikes happening in every now and then. Kaveri, Odissi, Kaveri has become a matter of great prestige and pride for the Karnataka. Same thing with the Tamil Nadu, the political parties, the people are associated, the emotions are associated with the river. So the river has a lot of things to be associated for. For example, I told you about the Kaveri River, right? Now, conflict arises because both dams are on the same river. The downstream dam in Tamil Nadu can only be filled only when the upstream releases water. Both states can't get as much as water as they need for people in their states. This leads to conflict. The central government has to step in and see that a fair distribution is worked out for both the states. It is done now. There is Kaveri Tribunal, which helps, which has given temporary relief for both the states. It has given certain like 9 TMC. I don't know the exact number, so I would be quoting the wrong number. 6 or 9 TMC of water to Tamil Nadu Mettur Dam. And sometimes it happens that even our own dam, KRS Dam, will not have water because it has to feed the ever-growing population of Bengaluru. Bengaluru population is nearly 1.5 crore people. Yes, it is temporary. I don't know when they are going to challenge. Yes, the dam issue, right? Let's go to the next part of the key element, that is equality and justice. One of the key ideas of a democratic government is its commitment to equality and justice. Equality and justice are inseparable. You have known in the Constitution that the Constitution gives us the right of equality, and it gives us the right to ask for justice if anybody mistreat us. In Maya's story, government support the idea that people are equal. In Ambedkar's story, we have heard about in the Ambedkar story. I've told you the Ambedkar's story, where practice of untouchability was there, which was proving that people are not equal. The practice of untouchability is now banned by law. The Constitution has banned it. This group of people were denied education, the lower caste people, transport, medical facility, and even the chance to offer prayers. They cannot enter inside the temple premises. They were not allowed to enter the temple. They were not allowed to use the public wells, not allowed to sit in the same school where the upper caste were there, not go to a hotel where the upper caste are there or the upper caste are running. So we have read about that one Ambedkar story. Many others like him realized that such practices must not continue, and there must be an end, and where the people are treated equally. The government also recognizes this and makes special provisions for groups within the society that are unequal. For instance, in our society, there is a general tendency to value and care for the boy child than the girl child. This also is a problem where we prefer to have a girl child, a boy child rather than a girl child, because we think girl child might be a burden because we have to pay a dowry when she grows up. She is a burden. But whereas a boy child is welcomed by all of us. These kind of things should be actually not be there. This means that society does not value the girl and boy child equally, and that is unjust. In this context, the government steps in to promote justice by providing special provisions that can enable girls to overcome injustice where they are subjected to. Now, कुछ चीजें मैं आपको बताऊंगा रूल्स के बारे में, कुछ स्कीम्स है. If you know about our school in केंद्रीय विद्यालय, if you are a single girl, अगर आप आपके फैमिली में एक अकेली लड़की है, तो आपके पूरे फीस माफ हो जाएगा. Your fees is waived off if you are a single girl child. आपके घर में आप अकेली लड़की है तो you know about this, right? No fees for a single girl child. And there is बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ. You have to be sent to school. There is Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana. In the post office, you have to deposit certain amount of money, and after the girl turns 18, she is given money. And there is a scheme called Bhagya Lakshmi. Bhagya Lakshmi means if a girl is born in the home, insurance bond is made on that girl and given to the people. Bhagya Lakshmi bond बोलते हैं कर्नाटक में. So efforts are being made to actually make the empowerment of the women. Girls स्कूल भेजने के लिए आप रिजल्ट जब आता है तो आप देखते हैं सब नंबर 1 रैंक, नंबर 2 रैंक या टॉप 10% आप रैंक देखते हैं तो सबसे ज्यादा गर्ल्स ही होते हैं रैंक में. एंड गर्ल्स पास आउट विथ फ्लाइंग कलर्स. दे अचीव द थिंग्स दैट बॉयज डू नॉट. तो ये प्रूव करता है कि लड़कियां बहुत सक्षम है. दे आर केपेबल ऑफ getting achievement as good as men, as boys. Yes, women empowerment. Okay, Samudyatha is here. So it becomes actually an example for the other women. If anybody does well, they also get motivated that they also should do it. There is possible that fees for girls might be waived. I told you about Kendriya Vidyalaya, or lowered in government schools or colleges. Tuition fee भी waive होता है यहाँ हमारे यहाँ केंद्रीय विद्यालय में. अगर आप SGC भी नहीं है, लड़कियों का ट्यूशन फीस वेव ऑफ होता है. तो ये क्यों किया जाता है? क्योंकि आपको स्कूल भेजने के लिए सिर्फ फीस के वजह से कोई पेरेंट आपको स्कूल ना भेजे, ये ना हो, इसलिए फीस वेव ऑफ किया जाता है. टू मेक श्योर दैट दे ऑल्सो हैव एन अपॉर्चुनिटी. Now, how do you think lowering the school fees would help girls attend school? I told you. Can you think of an experience from your life in which you have helped someone out of a situation which you thought was unfair? Did everyone else have it the same way? What did you have to say to convince others that you did was fair? तो आपने अगर ऐसे कुछ किया है तो आप उसके बारे में शेयर कर सकते हो. तो ये हो गया. Yeah, if I look at your comments, who does the act of untouchability nowadays? He is recognized like a criminal. It is a crime. It is a crime of practicing untouchability, or it is a crime treating somebody as inferior. अगर आप किसी को कास्ट के वजह से किसी को आप inferior देखते हो तो वो crime है. He can approach the court and file a case against you. तो देखने के लिए मना है. और दलित भी है. The word दलित has been removed. उनको दलित नहीं बुलाना है, उनको शेड्यूल्ड कास्ट बुलाना है. पहले उनको दलित बुलाते थे तो दलित वर्ड अबॉलिश्ड है, वो अभी नहीं है. द वर्ड इज नॉट देयर. द लोअर कास्ट पीपल आर नॉट कॉल्ड दलित्स. नाउ दैट ब्रिंग्स टू द एंड ऑफ द चैप्टर बॉयज. इट्स द एंड ऑफ द चैप्टर वेयर वी हैव डिस्कस्ड द की एलिमेंट्स व्हिच मेक अ डेमोक्रेटिक स्टेट. तो हम पहले से मैं आपको स्टार्टिंग से मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि क्या क्या चीजें हैं जो आपको याद रखना है इसमें. फर्स्ट थिंग इज अबाउट द स्टोरी दैट हैपेंड इन साउथ अफ्रीका, द अपार्थाइड. From which we understand why there should be some key elements which actually make a good democratic government. First is participation. लोगों के participation होना जरूरी है. जब तक हम participate नहीं करेंगे तब तक अच्छा government हमें नहीं मिलेगा. You have to criticize, you have to support the government. By doing it, you become an active citizen. The second one, participation होने के बाद second one है need to resolve conflict. जो भी conflict आता है हम उसको resolve करने के लिए सोच सकते हैं, सोचना है. It cannot be done with the help of violence. Force के साथ कभी भी conflict solve नहीं होगा. Conflict और भी ज्यादा बढ़ेगा. तो हमें उसके लिए एक अच्छा वाला ढूंढना है. Normally the judiciary helps out in this one. Conflict हमें, जैसे मैंने रिवर का इशू बताया था, रिवर के इशू में जुडिशियरी, सुप्रीम कोर्ट has helped in resolving this issue, right? It can be about the river. Sometimes it happens with the border also. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप देख सकते हो कि बेलगाम एक एरिया है. बेलगाम आपको पता है कर्नाटक में बेलगाम है. मराठी जो महाराष्ट्रियंस है वो बिलीव करते हैं कि बेलगाम महाराष्ट्र को बिलीव मिलना है, एंड कर्नाटका जो कन्नडिगा है वो मानते हैं कि बेलगाम इज एन इंटीग्रल पार्ट ऑफ कर्नाटका. Come to here in Dakshin Kannada, we believe that Kasaragod should be included in Karnataka, whereas the Kerala believes Kasaragod is a part of Kerala. तो ये जरूरी है जानना कि जब ये कॉन्फ्लिक्ट होता है तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट या हाई कोर्ट या सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट दे स्टेप इन एंड दे actually help the government to actually resolve the conflict. The third one equality and justice है. दो के बारे में हमने डिस्कस किया, एक अबाउट अनटचेबिलिटी दैट इज प्रैक्टिस्ड इन द सोसाइटी, तो वो हर हाल में बैन किया गया है. इक्वालिटी has been brought to all the people. The second one is about the equality of women. जो गर्ल है, लड़कियों हैं, लड़कियां हैं, उनको स्कूल में भेजकर इक्वालिटी अचीव करने का कोशिश गवर्नमेंट करता है. तो ये हो गया 3 key elements of a democratic government, and the classwork and the homework will be sent to your group tomorrow. कल आपको मिल जाएगा. तो उसके बाद हम चलेंगे दोबारा नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में. विल गो टू द नेक्स्ट चैप्टर टू स्टडी अबाउट इट. टिल देन इट्स गुड बाय फ्रॉम मी, and it is 12:16. I'm going for 12:20. That's the 8th standard class. So okay, it's 12:20. I'll just reschedule it again. Thank you, Dhanush. Thank you guys for joining, and it's always a pleasure. Like, have a wonderful day. बारिश आ रहा है तो enjoy the rainy day. Bye bye. Take care.